Music, a universal language that has echoed through the corridors of human history. From the rhythmic beating of stones to the delicate strumming of strings, musical instruments have shaped our culture and emotions for thousands of years. But have you ever wondered how it all began? Long before the first written words, early humans discovered the magic of sound. Anthropologists believe that the earliest musical expressions began over 40,000 years ago. The first instruments were likely natural objects, hollow bones, stones, and pieces of wood used to create rhythmic beats. One of the oldest known instruments is the divje babe flute, a flute carved from a bear's femur, discovered in modern-day Slovenia. Dated to over 40,000 years ago, it offers a glimpse into humanity's earliest attempts to create music. As human societies evolved, so did their instruments. In ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, string instruments like harps and lyres became symbols of sophistication and culture. The Sumerians crafted harps from wood and decorated them with gold, while the Egyptians used lyres during religious ceremonies and royal gatherings. Percussion instruments also played a crucial role. Drums made from hollowed-out logs and animal skins were used in tribal rituals and warfare, setting the foundation for rhythm-based music that still influences modern genres today. In Greece and Rome, music became intertwined with philosophy and art. Instruments like the aulos, a double-reeded flute, and the kithara, an early form of the guitar, were played in theaters and temples, enhancing performances and connecting people through shared experiences. As human civilizations advanced, so did the complexity and variety of musical instruments. The medieval and classical eras marked a golden age of musical exploration, a time when music transitioned from simple rhythms to rich harmonies, shaping the sounds that would define Western music. In medieval Europe, music became a central part of both daily life and royal courts. The lute, a pear-shaped string instrument, became popular among minstrels and traveling musicians. Its soft, melodic tones were perfect for both storytelling and romantic ballads. Folk instruments like the bagpipes and hurdy-gurdy also emerged during this period. Bagpipes, with their haunting drone, were used in Celtic and Scottish folk music, while the hurdy-gurdy, a mechanical string instrument, added a distinct buzzing tone to medieval street performances. By the 15th and 16th centuries, the Renaissance ushered in a new era of musical sophistication. Polyphony, the art of combining multiple independent melodies, became the hallmark of the time. The violin was born during the Renaissance, crafted by Italian masters like Andrea Amati. Its expressive sound and versatility made it a favorite among composers and musicians. And then, the arrival of the piano in the early 18th century changed everything. Unlike the harpsichord, the piano allowed musicians to control dynamics soft and loud, through the touch of their fingers, opening up new expressive possibilities. As the 20th century dawned, music underwent a revolution. The rise of jazz, blues, and rock and roll introduced a new wave of musical expression, and with it, a whole new generation of instruments that would change the sound of music forever. Instruments like the saxophone and trumpet became the voices of jazz. The smooth, brassy tones allowed musicians like Louis Armstrong and Charlie Parker to bend and shape melodies, creating music that was alive and spontaneous. The invention of the electric guitar changed music forever. Artists like Chuck Berry and Elvis Presley combined blues rhythms with upbeat tempos, creating the rebellious and infectious sound of rock and roll. The rise of electronic music in the 1980s and 90s introduced a new wave of experimentation. Genres like disco, hip-hop, and techno emerged, blending electronic beats with traditional instruments. From the ancient bone flute to the electric guitar, the journey of musical instruments reflects the evolution of human creativity and expression. Music has always been more than sound. It's the heartbeat of humanity. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to Hyper History, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite instrument and why?